Welcome back to turn 2, Orcs versus Daemons. My little wagons thankfully do not press that this turn. They'll move forward without hindrance. And my boys continue to move up. Again, I rolled for the run move because there's no way they're going to get into combat. So they move up. My storm boys have a great pack or boost pack move. They move up to flank the Daemons. And now what the orcs just really have to focus on is being able to, what I'm thinking right now at least, is to be able to get into combat and kill as many Daemons as possible before the rest of his army comes on the board. And so those orcs also did their run move. I am planning on calling a rogue later this turn, which you will see. So everything is moving up as far as possible, including my battle wagon. Unfortunately, he's a little out of range, but he does not get stuck, which is great. All the truck boys unloading, getting ready for the charge on mostly it looks like the bloodthirst, or not the blood crushers. Too many blood things in this Daemon. I get confused. So they make the run move, they get into charge range, which is great. And now we'll just have to see how much damage I can do, and I almost don't get in the charge range there. Shoot my boom gun, direct hit thankfully, but with his awesome saves, he only takes 1 wound. But take everything I can get. The other boom gun actually misses. So I shoot with my big shooters, but of course they do nothing. Barely in charge range for that bloodthirster. Go in, he will be able to attack me first, but that's nothing new for orcs. And as you can see, the big green wave, I love this view right here of just being able to just surround those Daemons, but who knows what'll happen still. It'll be up to the rolls. So first the bloodthirster attacks those truck boys on the left. They kills a bunch. They attack back and manage to, with that reroll from Fate Weaver, they don't do any damage, including the Power Claw. He makes that 1 save. And so in their leadership, they do make it, so they do stay there, thankfully. Next, the blood crushers attack my boys, kill a handful of them, but then the boys attack back with their bajillion attacks, which people learn to love and hate. And the Power Claw attacks, but surprisingly, I only deal a few wounds. But with wound allocation, because they are all different war gear, which is very, very smart since they each have 2 wounds. Need to re-roll that. They'll at least 1 more wound on the icon, which is good, because if I can kill him, then deep striking will be a lot harder. Leadership, I failed both squads, but through my amazing boss pulls and killing off my own boys, I managed to stay in the game, stay in combat, so he doesn't get to overrun me quite yet. The Daemon Prince comes in, the other one does not, but the Bloodletters do come in. So because of that icon, through that Blood Crusher right there, they both do come in within 6 inches, they plop right in between my boys, not a problem. Fate Weaver flies up with his flight demonic special rule, and the Bloodletters are excited for some blood action. They want some green blood all over them. So they're moving up. Daemon Prince does his Breath of Chaos, 4+. You take a wound. Luckily, rolled poorly, and I only lost 1 boy. Fate Weaver shot his bolt, but missed, thankfully. But he fired his Boot of Mutation, and it got my Power Claw. My poor Power Claw. He's there. So then he fired his Demonic Gaze, because he has a We Are Legion special rule, he can fire it at multiple targets. And so he just picking me off little by little. The Bloodletters surround my boys. Lots of attacks, lots of wounds, and my boys get annihilated, except for my knob, which has 1 wound. Knobs always seem to survive with 1 wound. However, I utterly fail my leadership, and I don't do any more damage to the Bloodthirster, and so he is gone. He gets overrun. To my other squad of boys, hopefully a bit more luck here. Bloodthirsters attack and utterly wipe them out. I don't have a power claw anymore, because now it is a mutation of chaos. Luckily, the Blood Crushers don't do too much damage to the other squad of boys. They attack back, and thankfully do enough wounds. They kill the Blood Crusher with the icon, so we will not be able to deep strike as easily anymore into my troops. But the Bloodthirster, or the Bloodletters, move up into combat, and that's just consolidation. So, here's the state of the board. The Orcs didn't do very much damage, surprisingly, even though about half of the army attacked. Daemons have this big core, especially surrounding around the Fate Weaver, that will be able to move up. There's still lots of boys left, as you can see on the other side, where I just gotta get him in the combat. But this is an objective game, so although I need to kill him, I need to slow him down, keep him away from the objectives.